All right. We're doing this. It's happening. We're here. It is Workshop Wednesday here in the Digital Workshop, Perry Von Vicious Toy Studios. And we are continuing our work on the Keshi, the Kinnikuman, the Kinkeshi figure, the minifig of Mr. Joey Nailz. The one and only Lil Joey Bacabella. He's 5'2" and better than you. We're going to continue our work on his figure here, and if we finish it up, I have plans for a very special version of the Perry Von Vicious figure, the Hasbro style. And we'll get to that if we have time. For now, though, we're going to continue chipping away at Joey Nailz here. We got to give him the indications of his singlet here. At which point I believe we'll be basically done with the body. Bearing in mind, that's about the size it's going to look, even smaller than that when it's done. Encrypted, welcome in.
Welcome, my friend.
Boom, got all this stuff up and working. I wasn't sure. As soon as I came in to sit down, the computer was acting like it didn't want to behave. I was very concerned. But I think we're in good shape. So we're going to try to give just the outline of a singlet here and see how we get on, because this whole area has been a little bit troublesome. I don't want to have to bail out and subdivide again, but I will if I have to. So for now, go ahead and pick our poison. I think inflate usually works okay, but I might want to make our radius a little smaller. Yeah. That could be really nice.
Another winner!
Hey, another winner. Joey Nailz in the house. Look at that. Here we go. Thank you, Joey Nailz, for getting us started on the brand new bits goal. 20,000 bits. That's a lot of bits. It's going to take some time. That's okay. I've decided that based on the poll over in the Discord, it seems everyone wants me to make a proper streaming studio, which I think would be really cool. But step one in that mission, I think we need a better webcam. And I can demonstrate why. Because when I go to show a toy and I hold it up close, this thing doesn't focus very well. Look at how out of focus that is. And that's no good, because I do a lot of toy making and I have to show a lot of little bitty items. I mean, look, you can't see the details on this Stegosaurus. He gets out of focus when he gets up close. We need a better camera. We just need a better camera. Eating my circus peanuts and watching Pear Bear. Hell yeah. Hell, that's another winner indeed. Come back in here. We're going to give the neck of the singlet here. I like to give it 2 passes because these details are easily lost on this tiny little figure. And this side's going to come down like that. May need multiple passes here. It's so interesting to watch how different areas subdivide better than others. And really all that boils down to is how the shapes work over in Tinkercad when we first started. The Tinkercad thing is a little bit of a cheat, Come to the back. I'm going to need this to come around. And again, a lot of this is detail that'll just barely be able to be made out on the figure when it's done. But it matters to us. This is it's a thing that I, forgive the pun, thing that I grapple with a great deal is how much is the work that I put in on my toys and things actually noticed on the merch table? Like, people see it and they know that it's unique, Like people see it and they think, oh, that's pretty cool. But like, did they actually notice the detail that I go into? Like, my assumption is probably not, you know? Well, that's not even at all. We're gonna redo that. Goodness gracious. You know, I think a lot of people do see the work I do and they think it's good. I don't think they realize how much time I spend sort of picking over the nitty gritty. I think it's important stuff, you know? It's important to me anyway, you know? I really pride myself on having merch that people are happy about. Joey Nailz with the watch streak, a 3-stream streak. You got a little ways to go to catch up with Ryan Nickabeens, but I believe in you. 3 streams is great. You know, busy guy. Got stuff to do. You can't be here every time. I can barely be here every time. And it's my stream. All right, so now what I'm going to do, bring this radius up a little bit. Oh, that's a lot bit. Okay. Strength down a little. I want to try to soften the inside edge of these. Yeah, I even need to bring it down more. I want to sort of blend the inside edge so that you see the outside of the singlet, but the inside kind of all becomes one. See how nice that starts to look? Because you want that hard edge on the outside. That's where the singlet ends, but on the inside, it's the same piece. And again, like, really won't be able to tell the difference on a figure this small. I'll know, and you'll all know. You were there. You were there when the figure was being made. You saw the whole thing go down. If I didn't bother with this step, you might tell somebody. You might say, hey, look, got lazy here. We don't know. Perry has an awful stream attendance record. Average Farms remembers. Yeah, you can't trust me to be here every time. I would say sometimes I'm phoning it in, but I don't really know what that even looks like on a stream. Like, how does one half-ass live streaming? Live streaming is a joy. It's a treat. I mean, at least it is for me. I have a lovely time doing this. I like hanging out with all of you. I like chatting with you in the chat, chatting to myself on the stream. I think it's fun. You know? And like, yeah, it's nice when some of it ends up meaning like money or whatever. But I mean, as you've all seen, that money goes right back into the stream, like improving the tech, doing all that kind of stuff. That's, to me, the best use of that money. But yeah, I do think the basement studio is doable. It's a realistic goal. It's just a ways off. I was talking with Johnny Torres about it. It's going to be very expensive to do. And there's a few reasons for that.
Can't give up. You gotta
Can't give up.
Can't give up. You gotta stand right up. You gotta run to a window and say,
Hey, these floors are dirty as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore. But yeah, I was talking with Johnny Torres about it, and let's talk about the proposed space for my basement studio. My basement is pretty well taken up with my stuff already. That is because my very understanding wife doesn't mind that I have sort of my own space in the house, and that it's the basement. I have, I've got my gym down there. I got my gym down there.
He's jealous of that.
I got my 3D print workshop down there.
He's jealous of that.
I have a green screen studio built down there for cutting promos.
He's jealous of that.
And I've got a little bit of a woodworking space down there.
He's jealous of that.
Now, the space down there is basically the footprint of our entire house. So there is other stuff. Our laundry is down there. No one's jealous of that. And we do have like a large freezer down there. That is, let's see. Yeah, once we're back, you can really see the singlet look here. That's looking good. That's looking okay. So there's a lot going on down there already. The previous owner of this house was old. I mean, this house was built a couple years after I was born, and he had it built himself as a full-grown man who paid for a home to be built on a plot that he had purchased. When we bought the house, he was in his early mid-90s and passed away a couple years after we bought the house. You know, this guy was properly old. What's going on with some of this? Get this to calm down. This is looking a little haggard here. All right. But the thing about this guy was he, like so many baby boomers, really considered himself to be a DIYer. He was a do-it-yourself kind of guy. And the one thing that fought him on it was he just didn't quite have the skill to be doing everything on his own. He was not great at it, is basically what I'm saying. And the house suffered for it. You know, give it up to him. Guy believed in himself. But that's not always, you know, there's a level of realism. You know, you gotta be real with yourself. And he was not real enough with himself, let me tell you. So as a result, the electricity in our basement is a nightmare. I've had to disconnect virtually everything down there because he had ran all power around the basement via a series of very old, 20 to 30-year-old extension cords that had been essentially stapled to the ceiling down there, and he would run them to new plugs. Not great, not a safe way to do it. So I've had to dismantle most of that. Reran some of it so that I have a good circuit for my 3D print stuff that's nice and safe and installed the right way. Ran a new circuit down there for the dryer that has to be on its own dedicated circuit, and a new circuit for the washer. All of that has good power. The lights are on okay power, but that's because I've got everything with little LEDs that take no energy. Nika Beans, welcome in.
Welcome, my friends.
And yeah, as a result, the basement is currently what I would call functional. Just barely functional. And so another winner. That is a 90. Did it just play twice? That is a 92-bit alert, because Sidney Bacabella was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1992. I have another one I'm working on for the Bacabellas. I have another one that I'm working on that I think viewers of this stream in particular will enjoy when it's finished. I'm waiting on one more piece that I need for it. Those of you that know Floodshot, the photographer, he did some photos with Joey Nailz, Joey Bacabella.
Another winner!
He did some photos with little Joey Bacabella at Create a Pro. And he's going to send them to me as soon as they're edited, because I need at least one really good one. When I get that, it's the last piece I'm waiting for on this other alert that I'm working on. I started working on it today, and it is very promising. So, looking forward to seeing what becomes of that. Got high hopes for it. I think it'll be a popular one. It's going to probably be a little bit expensive, because I'm trying to think of like interesting numbers to set with the bits, because that makes them a little easier to remember. But I also don't want to like jam up certain like amounts. You know, I don't want to have a ton of bits that are in the $1 to a $2 range, or a ton of bits that are in the like $5 to $6 range. You know, I want to have a nice wide variety spread out so that anyone who's like, oh yeah, I could throw, you know, $2 today, or I could throw $3 today, and I think this one's really funny, but I can't afford it, so I'll do this other one that's a little cheaper but cooler. You know, I want to have a nice wide spread, so I don't want to fill one area out too much. But I like the idea that some of the bit amounts will be like directly related to the content of the bit alert. I think that's really fun. All right. I have fussed and mussed over the singlet plenty. I don't love how this looks, but I think from a distance, once it all prints, it'll look okay. Go ahead and soften this a little. Come in and soften this a bit. Yeah, that's all looking okay. All right, now we're going to move on to, I think I want to do the hat before I do anything else. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on the hat first. And, you know, he wears one of those, yeah, I mean, you think of him as like the Dropkick Murphy hat. Yeah, the flat cap, I think is what they're called. Yeah. The scally cap. Exactly. He wears one of these newsy hats. Yeah, one of these guys. That's a handsome gentleman. Jeez, get him out of here. Making me look bad. Where did they find that stock photo? Google trying to shoot on me. Holy moly. Calm down, guys. I'm just one man. All right, so we got to take this funny looking shape on the head here and turn it into that. And I think step one is going to be kind of softening it a bit. Getting some of this very geometric looking nonsense off of here. There we go. Got it all softened up. Yeah. Get that in. Okay. Now I think this front brim's got to come down a little and this part's got to come out a little bit. So let's go ahead and let's see what happens if I take a few passes here. If that knocks it down enough or if I need to stay at it. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit. And it's okay that as I'm doing this, you see all these funny little shapes happening here. That's kind of how the fabric ends up folding on these hats. I used to wear, ooh, that already looks a lot better. Okay. All right. Yeah. Not bad for a first pass. Hey. I'm like, dang, that worked really well. Wow. Very impressive. Getting it right on the first try.
He's jealous of that.
And a little guy call in and then cheer 25, but cheer 25 didn't work.
I need photos of Spider-Man.
This is a poetry journal.
Okay, then poems about Spider-Man. And I want them finished before you start. And before you finish, give me some coffee. And the poem should have the following rhyme scheme. A-B-B-A-A-B-B-A-C-D-E-C-D-E. What are you waiting for? Chinese New Year?
Yeah, go ahead, Joey Nailz. Go ahead and hop on the line there, and we'll talk about the look. We'll talk about the Bacabella clan. We'll chat it up while I work on this figure here. And that hat already looks pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. I might push this middle part up just a hair. Just a hair. I think I need a wider radius. Let's kind of arch this whole front up just a little. Maybe a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah, then I might pull some of this down and forward here. Yeah. How's that looking? Yeah, we need that little bit of a brim look there. I think that's looking pretty good. We definitely got to make the sides wider for sure. Sure, we got to make the sides wider. Oh. Did I miss a call from Joey Nailz? I did. There we go. Joey Nailz.
Hello.
Welcome aboard. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Great. How's now were you was it this week? This weekend wasn't Cap for you. That was last weekend, right?
That was last weekend, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It was on Friday you were out there, right?
Yep. Well,
And big day with Sydney winning the big battle royal.
yep, he's now king of Creator Pro.
Yeah, I never doubted him for a second.
I know. Like I got a great parlay going, and honestly, I won big that night.
Hell yeah. That's something Sydney would teach you for sure.
Yep.
He'd have you play some bets. Well, that's how else you can't win if you don't play, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think we're getting there on the little cap here. Like it's got the right vibe. Now what I think we need your because your hair kind of comes down in the front, and then you have some hair that comes out the back. Then we got to give you a face, probably some ears. Just saying, maybe. Here Robotic, welcome in.
Welcome, my friends.
All right. I think the first thing we got to do is we got to work on this face. And,
If possible, could you give it the mustache?
oh, it'll have the mustache.
Awesome.
Got to have the mustache. That's at this point. That's like signature Joey Nailz.
Yep.
Without it, this could be any newsy.
Yeah, it could be any newsboy.
It could be someone from the Dropkick Murphys. We don't know. How could anyone know? Your Robotic says, Joey Nailz, what's your favorite color?
I would have to say either purple or green.
Solid choices.
Yep.
Yeah, I do have that green that we're going to print these figures in, so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, I am.
He's jealous of that.
I'm excited for that.
Your Robotic says those are my wedding colors. I should know that since I was best man at that wedding. But I don't recall that. I just remember that we all wore hats like this. That was part of Hero Robotics groomsmen attire. Thankfully for me, because I was super poor, I already had one. So
Wait, so for his wedding, you guys all wore like flat caps or scally caps?
yeah. The entire groomsmen party, I don't know the term for that. I know bridal party is groomsmen and the bridesmaids, but I don't know what you call just the groomsmen. Other than there's got to be a collective term. Yeah, there's got to be a collective term for that though, like a singular. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it because I try not to go to weddings if I can help it.
That is very valid.
Joey Nailz, have you ever been part of a wedding party?
When I was like 9, I was the ring bearer for my mother's cousin's wedding.
Not in a long time. Well, I mean, not that long.
Yeah, not in a long time.
For the rest of us, that would be a really long time. For you, that was just a short while ago.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I'm actually just 12 now, so it was 3 years back.
You look horrible for your age.
I know.
All right, let's see here. I think I want to start with the face. So I'm thinking I'm going to try a new thing on the eyes here because I was looking more closely at the old Kinkeshi figures. And on mine, where I sort of gave like the outer eye and then some like pupils, which didn't look bad. A lot of them sort of just have like an indented dot. Like it's just like a flat indented dot with like little eyebrows coming off it. Very sort of anime, very chibi.
Yep.
And I'm thinking I kind of want to try that because your figure will be a tiny bit smaller. So like every little detail like that's going to be even harder to make out as the figure, as we decrease size, all those details decrease. So I'm sort of thinking that's what I want to try to do. It's not always the easiest thing to do indentation stuff, which is something I really need to work on because a lot of these, like the designs are sort of cut into them as opposed to protruding.
Yep.
But gotta start somewhere.
Harry, real quick.
Yes, go ahead, caller.
I just remembered. So your Keshi, the Perry Keshi,
Yes.
if you get a chance, look up the oldest view giant. It reminds me so much of that.
Yeah, okay. All right. Fair enough.
I don't.
Hang on. I'm seeing if I can pull up a good picture here.
It's like an analog horror thing, but like I thought you might.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can pull up a good reference one for to show on the stream. Yeah, okay. All right. Hey, listen, pal. All right, let's see here. So, yeah, I see it. And I'll never be able to unsee it.
Yep.
Oh, goodness. All right. All right. Let's see. So for the indent, I'm trying to remember. There's been a few different ways I've done this. I don't want the eyes to be like here-ish. Just see what happens if I do that. That's a little messy. But we're off to a good start.
Herobotic was talking about the oldest view thing. I don't know if Kane Pixels did the oldest view. I'm looking it up right now. I think he did. Yes, he did do the
I would trust
view.
Herobotic to get that right. He's the film guy that I know. Like of everyone I know, he's the film guy. What's this gonna do? Oh, this is promising. Okay. All right. I just got to get an idea of how deep that is. Let's try it. This isn't bad. It's not perfect. It's not bad. Let's see what happens if we oh wait, this is a horror show, really, is what this looks like right now. A work in progress on this. This is like nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is some terrifying thing you come upon in a haunted house in a horror movie.
Yep.
Just this figure with no eyes.
Yeah. It has no mouth, but it must scream.
Exactly.
Or scratch or something. What's this? What was the name thing I was talking about?
Hang on, I'm font style. This is for your name thing. Oh yeah, he's working on something for you. I'm not sure what. But what kind of font would you put your name in? What would you put Joey Nailz in or Nails in? It'd be like industrial, old style, scratchy.
I would say like Joey Nailz is probably like, I say like industrial, but like almost like old timey newspaper font.
Yep, I see that.
Like I'm trying to think. I don't know if I have a good picture of the logo I have on the back of my green pants, but I'm gonna try to quickly send that to the Discord.
Yeah, Herobotic came in late. I am also working on an additional bit alert for Joey Nailz. It will probably be more expensive because it's one that'll take a little bit of time when it plays. Joey Nailz, what year were you born?
Another winner!
Another winner. Joey Nailz, what year were you born?
2004.
Perfect. Although I don't know that I feel good about charging 2004 bits for your alert. I might have to go a little lower than that. But it's a good start. It's good to know. I can work off of that. Maybe it'll be 204.
I mean, I was also born September 9th, so 9/9.
I think I have something set at 9/9.
I'm pretty sure you do. I was just throwing it out there.
It would be 9902. Maybe we make it really expensive. It's $100 to play. It's 9902.
Yep.
I'll figure something out. All right, let's see.
I'll drop it in the stream chat. Yeah, Perry streams. Here we go.
Play. Give you some sort of eyebrows here. Very sort of chibi, ultra cutesy, cartoony, stupid face stuff going on here.
That's all good, Robotic. I knew I knew what you were saying. The Perry stream chat.
Yep. All right. Definitely use a bit bigger. And I can't make him look angry. Gotta look sympathetic. Joey Nailz, big baby face.
Big baby face, dude.
Big baby face. Driving the territory wild.
Yep.
All right. I could have sworn all this was subdivided a lot more. It shouldn't look so ugly, but that's okay. We'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, Perry. I don't know if you've talked to Sydney since he got his figures, but he's been just painting nonstop.
I'm not surprised. I have seen a lot of his work popping up online, and it makes me very happy.
Yeah.
All right, let's go pull up a reference of Joey Nailz' face so I can see what the hell I'm doing here.
Like and also I envy it. Like at the merch table, like when I like this weekend at the merch table, he did so well. I mean, of course, I get some of it from like the stickers and stuff like that I helped make, but like the figures.
Oh yeah.
He had only one of like the kind of Hasbro at the very Hasbro scale figures.
I was gonna say, yeah, he has the his are more Galoob.
Yep.
Yep.
But he sold that one, and he also has like some like the kind of the gold statue ones that he has, and I think he sold like 2 of those.
He's jealous of that.
Yeah, he's got some good stuff, and he always had an eye for it. He was gonna go through me for them, but I think someone else just like made them for him without him asking, and he was like,
"Oh yeah,
great."
The same guy I went through for the Joey Nailz. Like this guy, he gifted Bacabella a huge printed bust of his head.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
And then he was like, "Hey, like I want to make stuff for you. Can I like make some stuff for free? Just as a kind of like a proof of concept."
Hard to say no to that.
He's like, yeah, it's like, and now he's like, I know at the very least Bacabella's guy, and obviously me, like I've ordered through him and probably gonna order more once I get
well,
like see how like my little
the guy does some good work. I was kind of looking at what he was making, and I was trying to discern, because I know there's some very good. This will sound like I'm knocking him. I'm not. There are some really good tools online for using photos. They will use AI to sort of complete a 3D image, and there's some really snazzy stuff that they're capable of. And I was kind of looking at it, trying to figure out. I was like, I feel like that's got to be what he's using because they look like photos. They don't look like an artist rendering. And again, not knocking him. You know how he gets to his product is his business. And you know,
like. But yeah, like I at least am well okay with AI in that sense, like especially when it's like when it's doing more than just like if he were to, I don't know, if for some reason he was selling just like, look at this thing I designed for you.
Right. I think the whole thing of the AI stuff. Well, let's see. I have the gray-haired one. Well, I bought it for hell yeah. That's right. Nika Bean's got one from Sydney. Yeah. My feeling with the AI on that stuff is like, I mean, it really depends. If you're using like an actual AI thing that's like running all its stuff remotely and it's all going through a data center, obviously there's some problematic issues there, like environmentally or whatever. If you're using things like, it's essentially what's called photogrammetry, which is a process that your computer can do in its own drive. When you pump in photos of an item from many different directions, it can figure out a vague idea of what the 3D item looks like, and then you go in and you do a bit of cleanup and make it look the way you want it to. That's, there's no data center wrecking that. It's your own computer doing it. It's you're not outsourcing it, and all the AI is doing is little more than like what spell check does on your phone.
Yeah.
And that's more than likely what he used for that stuff, looking at it. So again, when I say AI, I'm not referring to like the generative stuff that you find online. I'm referring to a program that one buys for their computer, and then it does a bit of the guesswork for you, so that you can work from something instead of from nothing.
Yeah.
And like I've used programs like that. I mean, essentially, in a lot of ways, using a 3D scanner is kind of that. Like,
yep.
But it's a different process, but it is essentially sort of the same idea. I do have a 3D scanner. I have not played with it nearly enough. Sometime very soon, I'm going to be bringing it out to shows so that I can scan a couple people who've asked for figures. And I told them, hey, I can do at least a head scan. Like the body I can make on my own.
But that is super cool.
Yeah, like to me it's a little bit like when a photographer shows up and says, "Hey, I'm doing promo pictures." I'm going to be doing a similar thing. It's just I'm going to say, "Hey, sit in this chair while I walk around you with this scanner and my laptop and I scan you." Like it's going to be a very similar idea, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, like I'm really looking forward to seeing what it can do.
I definitely will be asking for a head scan, just because that would be really fun if I wanted to like make like custom like WB like elite figures, something like that, just for fun.
Yeah, exactly. And especially like you have the resin printer already. Can you scan me into a goblin? Yeah, Nika Beans, absolutely. I can do that. I can do anything if I set my mind to it. Yeah, what I figure is you do the scan. You have the resin printer, so then online on places like Thingiverse or Cults 3D, there's all kinds of people who have scanned the interlocking piece that goes with the WWE toys, like the Elites and even some other like figure series. And so you can just attach the two pieces inside of any basic program like this, where you just kind of marry the two pieces into each other. And then you can print it on your resin printer, take a whole bunch of time to carefully paint it, and just pop it right onto whatever makes the correct body. Yeah.
Which the only thing that like really like sucks when like with like my body type is like there is I'm trying to think of like any like modern figure like the best I'm getting is Swoggle.
I was gonna say like you'd fall like you'd need to be like directly in the middle of like a Mysterio and a Swoggle.
Yeah.
And like who gets a toy like that? Who gets on TV like that? It's you have a unique shape that we don't see.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Joey Nailz probably got a grin.
Yep.
But let's crank the strength up on this and bring the radius way down. Let's just see if we can. Okay, perfect.
Okay, real quick, I'm looking it up because I was just curious, and it's saying that Rey Mysterio is 5'6".
That's a fucking lie. I have stood next to him. He is the same height as my wife, who is 5'1". 5'6" is a lie, and I don't know why he would bother doing that. I like how right now you look like a gingerbread man or something. Like there's a bunch of detail left to add here to really solidify this. Yeah, right now it's very gingerbread man, and we're gonna fix that. Step one for that, need to do it. It's always a lot of work. Pop out to edit mode, and I got to re-subdivide a bunch of this because all these giant triangles are not what we're here for. those need to be much finer point and much smoother. So we're just gonna pick the old face here. I'm going to start subdividing like a maniac, and it's going to mean that I have to sit here a long time while the computer figures it out. So, Joey Nailz, as Joey Bacabella, how many matches have you participated in at this point?
The one I've or like, okay, when you say participated in, like,
right,
as in like been a part of or wrestled, or like officially entered and wrestled in.
Yeah, I would say wrestled in. Ones that you've wrestled in.
So far it's just been the Battle Royal.
Okay.
Because for the Swoggle match, I was technically his manager. And
okay,
the same for my debut.
That's pretty good.
So that's why I posted like that last Friday that I officially debuted for Create a Pro because I was in the match.
Right.
And it's really, really cool because now it's on my cage match.
That is cool. Also, like, it's super weird, right? When you start using alternate names that you wrestle under, like, it starts to get a little like dicey where you're like, I don't know, like, do I consider this part of the same like lineage? Like, I always had that trouble because I've had a few matches where I wasn't Perry, right? They're few and far between. And generally speaking, unless I was like under a mask or something, I haven't done that in a really long time, save of course for Fresh Youngman. But that's at a promotion where the way they advertise it is Fresh Youngman as portrayed by Perry Von Bish. Like, they're very open about like, yeah, here's who plays that character.
Yep.
So yeah, it can be a kind of a weird feeling. Yeah, we got to subdivide this nose up and make it smoother.
Oh, I was gonna say something. What was it? We were talking about the debut, like me debuting. But yeah, so yeah, like I under like my like at least my cage match, I have it like so like my other moniker is Joey Bacabella, like on the like nicknames or whatever.
All right, that makes sense. I mean, why not, right? I mean, you certainly use the gimmick. You know, it's not like it's a gimmick you did one time and then never touched again.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, like I'm more active on my Joey Bacabella Twitter than I am my Joey Nailz Twitter because right now, like when it comes to like bookings like that I get that are like out there, like with like bigger things that like I say I want to talk about is right now with Sydney.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, and far be it for me to say anything negative about the main scene, but like, you know, the stuff you're going to be more excited about is going to be outside of main until you're at a point where Randy starts using the gimmick. I mean, let's be real. Like when it comes to main, you don't have to say it because you wrestle up there and you got to keep everyone happy. But when it comes to main, there is one game in town, and it is Limitless Wrestling. Again, you don't have to say it. You don't have to agree. Whether you agree or not, you don't have to say that you agree.
No, it's all good. No, nobody who I'm worried about watches your stream.
Yeah, well, and right, and kind of case in point, like, shouldn't they be watching what other people in the area are doing? But they don't.
No.
You know, they're an interesting crew up there. A lot of the folks that you've worked with and trained with throughout the years, they're an interesting crew, and that's about as kind as I can put it.
I can't agree more. Nah, but like and honestly, what was so weird about going to Cap, I was talking to Sydney a whole bunch about it, was like when I go like there, I'm just like I was nervous for the show when we arrived because like this is like a bigger show and stuff. Like this is the biggest show I've been a part of.
Oh yeah, that was a huge show.
And but like so I was nervous, but then like once I got in the locker room and like I saw like the people who I've like seen for 2 shows previously or like known because they've come to Maine from like 4 shows, and I'm like I immediately felt like comfortable and like happy to be there and like felt like people liked me there, which like I still sometimes need like Sydney to like kind of remind me that like, hey, if people didn't like you, I wouldn't bring you here.
Yep. I mean, Sydney and I had a whole conversation about him working with you. And that was essentially it, where he was like, you know, like, no, is the kid like, hey, he's next up. He's next in line right now. Like, no, he's so new. He's new at everything, you know? So, no, don't have weird expectations of him. But does he show up? Does he fucking work hard? Does he say yes? Does he try? Does he commit to the bit when he does things? Like, that's the thing is like, you can't, I mean, you can, but you can't teach that. Like, that's a thing that, you know, people get wrong for their entire careers. Where they don't bother saying like, oh, cool. Yeah, I can do the dumb thing. I can be the heel who, you know, falls on his face. I can be the heel that gets shaving cream slapped all over his face and falls asleep in the ring. You know, I was the goofy, you know, cowardly heel forever. And it secured me a lot of bookings I wouldn't have had otherwise, because I wasn't the flippy X Division kid, or I wasn't, you know, the giant jacked steroid monster, you know. Sydney is a strong advocate of this, I know, because he and I have talked about it a lot. But wrestling requires every type of performer, every shape, every size, every style. And, you know, to write someone off because they don't fit a particular cookie cutter image that you have, or that is your favorite or whatever, is short-sighted, and kind of shows like that maybe the people who feel that way don't know wrestling that well at all. You know, I know certain friends of mine who don't like skinny wrestlers. They too skinny, too small, too little. Okay, great. So, I mean, like, think of all the great wrestlers that were skinny guys that they're now clearly writing off. And it's like, really? Like, just because that's not your favorite style, like, you're just willing to be like, nah, not for me. It's short-sighted and it's weird. But,
yeah.
And all that going to say that, like, where you are not the giant jacked guy, you are not the shredded flippy guy. You're not any of those things yet. That stuff can change. What you are that often doesn't change, especially with those like big athletic guys or little athletic guys, as it were, is that you're willing to be a persona. You're willing to be a character. You're willing to like put the effort in to stand out. Because at the end of a show, when a little kid goes home, this is something that I always took to heart back before I was really what I would call in shape, when I was very much the rich guy Perry. I think it's really important to remember that. I'm trying to figure out, it looks to me like my stream is jumping, but that just might just be how it's looking to me.
It definitely is kind of lagging.
Okay, I think it just caught up. But one of the things that you know, I try to remind myself is that there was definitely a time where I could remember after a show thinking, are those kids going home and saying, wow, that kid in the biker shorts with the kick pads really did some cool flips and kicks, but he looked like everybody else, so they're not going to remember what the guy's name was. He would use his real name, you know, be like CJ Alvarez, and it's like, cool, that's a catchy name. Or are they going to go home remembering Perry Von Vicious? That's a name a little kid remembers. And, oh, he came out in a suit and took it all, like the pants were tear away, and then he got his butt kicked by this baby. Like, that's what a little kid will remember. And like, that is so important, because you can't teach that other stuff. Like, you can't teach committing to a bit, because the people who are really athletic don't see the value in it, you know? But anyways, that's my rant on that. You know, I think it's really valuable to remember that, yeah, like, no, you're not necessarily what everyone's going to look at and say like, main eventer right now. First of all, that's just right now. And second of all, they might change their mind. You know, all of that's important. All right. This is coming along. All right, absolutely needs a small gimmick of the comedy heels. Boo them and laugh at them all the time. Hey, Day Without Darkness, welcome in.
Welcome, my friends.
Okay.
Yeah, I think enough new people have, or not new people, but like people who weren't here in before have entered. I have to show off.
Yep.
I love this.
Another winner!
Yeah, I knew you had to hit it. I saw the numbers going up, and I was like, it's coming. Smooth this too, because this was looking a little geometric to me. And again, I'm trying to remember like not to get too bogged down in every little detail on this because it's going to be so small. Like these things really do print very small. Yeah, so we gotta add some hair and we gotta reshape the head. I'm a monster! Thank you, Adam 967. We are creeping on that new bits goal. It's a hefty bits goal. When we do hit it, new webcam for the stream, and that means we'll be able to look at toys more closely when people want me to show a toy.
Yes, sir.
Up here, I kind of want to make these little indents more harsh. Like I want them to be more severe, if that makes sense. Ooh, that's getting there. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah.
I am so excited for these figures. I can't lie.
I'm excited for these figures. I think that they've been a fun process. Oh, ask and you shall receive. Nickabeans pops the show a toy, which means I have to. I'm gonna hit save on this just in case everything goes wrong. Save.
Okay.
All right, and I'm going to pop to my show a toy screen here. So I did make a special. Oh, look at that. All right. So Nickabeans, because you popped show a toy, it did go off. It totally went off. I heard it anyway. I'm gonna let you pick because it's gonna be an unboxing. We're gonna do an opening right here. I can either open one of these, which I want to say these were gifted to me by you, but I can't recall. It was one of you guys, the Best Buddies Micro Pops Disney toy, which was either gifted to me by Nickabeans and Rye or possibly by Joey Nailz. I don't recall which.
I don't think that was me.
Or
I don't give you things.
I can do a pack break and open that Rye gifted me, the still sealed wax pack of New Kids on the Block trading cards. Nickabeans, what do you think? Which do you like better? Watching the chat, seeing what she says. Which one do you think is better, Joey Nailz? Knowing that Nickabeans gets to make the call.
I know that, but I like the Best Buddies thing. I don't know what that is, so I'm curious, but it's.
Which one do you think, Nickabeans? You got to pick one.
I'm pretty sure. I think her stream is behind a little bit.
Almost certainly. May end up just doing them both. Nickabeans may pop another show a toy. You never know. So I need to hear you read off the facts. Okay, so that's the new kids. That's the new kids cards because they've got facts on them. So I'm gonna make sure I'm doing this where everyone can see. This is a still sealed wax pack from a second Joey Nailz redeeming show a toy. So that I'll do the Best Buddies next.
Best Buddies after.
This is a still sealed wax pack from 1989. And I love how these old wax packs just kind of fall open, especially after they've sat for that many years. Let's see, okay, good. No No bubble gum in there.
Oh, thank God.
Subbed for a
If there
friend
was
tonight.
bubblegum, I was gonna make you chew it.
Ugh. I'd have done it too. You know, for a bit school, I'd have done it. Okay, so they have
I
some
know.
puzzle pieces that come in here that make a whole set. And the one I got on the back is this. I mean, I love that graphic style. Look at that. Also, that picture of Donnie Wahlberg. Oh my God, Adam and X67 redeeming show a toy. So this Donnie Wahlberg picture, he had to have been 16 or 17. Like that's year one of the new kids. He legitimately looks like a kid. That's super weird. And on the front, we got part of the puzzle that you end up assembling from these pieces. We got just part of it where he's using Danny Wood's rat tail as a fake mustache in the picture. Fantastic. All right, let's see. Oh boy. Oh, I'm just glancing through to see what we got. Oh, we got some good stuff here, you guys. Okay. So we're starting off with Jonathan Knight. Look at that. Look at that haircut. That is, you know, styling. And on the back it says, "Smart guys, how do new kids on the block handle their incredible fame?" And then the quote from Jonathan is, "We don't let it go to our heads." Says clever Jonathan, and Donnie, Danny, Jordan, and Joey all agree. And on the back, little Joey Mac with his ridiculous hat where his hair pokes out the top. All right, let's see. We got Jonathan's brother Jordan looking very thoughtful, very provocative. One of the true heartthrobs of the group. On the back it says, "Funny guy, Jordan is quite the comedian. He cracks up the kids on the tour bus with his impressions of Elvis Presley." I bet none of this is true. The trading card company was like, "We got to put something on here." Okay, so here's, wow, the fashion sense. My God, the fashion sense. The new kids collectively standing in front of what looks like an old broken down haunted house somewhere in New England, almost certainly. On the back it says, "Setting records. Hanging tough. The new kids' second album has sold over 4 million copies and has produced 4 top 10 singles." I bet I could name all 4 of those singles if I thought hard enough. The Right Stuff, Hanging Tough. Please Don't Go Girl. Wait, I can do this. I can do this. I'll Be Loving You Forever. I did it. Boom. Boom. I didn't even look to confirm, but I know that's right. Oh my God. Look at the mullet and rat tail on Donnie as he got a little older. He looks like a club manager that I would not trust in this picture, even though he's probably like 19. On the back, oh, here we go. NKOTB quiz. New Kids on the Block super quiz. Question 18. Let's see if Joey Nailz can guess this. I wouldn't be able to guess this. What qualities does Donnie look for in a girlfriend?
Wait, you're making me guess what qualities Donnie looks for in a girlfriend?
Yeah, and I got to tell you, the truth is I won't have the answer for you because the answer is on a different card that I don't have. The answer that's on here is to a different question from a different card.
This is ridiculous. Why? What?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's see. We got Jordan and Joey on stage. Jordan possibly lecturing Joey, telling him something about keeping track of his retainer, probably. I like Adam X67's guess. What does Donnie look for in a girlfriend? Boobs. Solid. Oh, on the back. Oh, it's another quiz question. Okay, Joey Nailz. See if you can answer this. All the new kids come from large families. Which new kids have the most siblings? And I know the answer to this.
Okay, so
and you don't know the new kids' names, all of them, probably.
I don't. I'm just gonna say Joey because it's my name.
It was a solid guess. You had a technically you had a 2 in 5 chance of getting it right, because the answer is Jordan and Jonathan have the largest families because
Are they related?
they are brothers. And they have a
okay.
huge family, a comedically large family that led to a great scene on the cartoon where they were all home for the holidays. And when the two of them sat down and the food got put down on the table, before they could reach to grab the food, all their siblings had like the food, like there was a big dust cloud and then there was just no food on the table. And they were like, oh, geez, we forgot how fast you got to eat around here. Let's see. Okay, we got one of at least four of them. It looks like it's Jonathan, Donnie, Joey, and Jordan crowded around one mic singing together, and it's another quiz question. Okay, here we go. What are some of Jonathan Knight's favorite sports?
Do you know the answer to this one?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No.
Jonathan Knight sounds like a real big hockey guy.
Sure, why not? He's from Boston. He could. I mean, they're all from Boston, but he's from Boston. Maybe he likes the Bruins. I don't know. Jonathan Knight was an interesting character to relate to in my childhood because he was dating Tiffany, the pop star of I Think We're Alone Now fame, which meant that I was absolutely jealous of him and looked up to him like some kind of god as a child because being Irish, I'm predisposed to have a crush on every redhead. So Tiffany was a big problem for me, even as a little kid. Only to find out later that he's gay, and she knew when they were dating. They were just they were friends, and it was like an arrangement they had.
Another winner!
Another winner! Another winner! But yeah, let's see. Jonathan Knight became a big recluse. He really hated fame and being in front of people. He had terrible anxiety, it turned out. And I think at one point he had bought a ranch and just kind of quietly disappeared to it for years and years. So I'm going to say his favorite sport is horseback riding because he owned a ranch.
Okay.
Don't know that he's ever ridden a horse, to be fair, but he owned a ranch. Let's see. We got two cards left. We got this fantastic photo of Donnie Wahlberg in a denim jacket with his hair as tall as he could make it, looking a little like Vanilla Ice there. Now, arguably, that's not the white 90s rapper he looked the most like, since his brother is Marky Mark of Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. The vital statistics. Oh, here we go. Donnie Wahlberg was born August 17th, 1970, and he's a Leo. I would argue he's a Donnie. I've always been more of a Michelangelo. All right. Come on. That was solid. Come on, everybody. That was that was a Ninja Turtle joke. They said he's a Leo, but his name is Donnie, and I said I've always been more of a Michelangelo.
We know. We know what you said.
Should I explain it again? Thank you, Nicka Beans, for the emotes in the chat. Thank you. And finally, we end on Joey McIntyre in some oversized denim pants, a very oversized sweater, and his fedora that they would always cut the top off of so his big curly hair could poke out the top. And on the back, it says, booking on tour, touring the country as a singing megastar. Wow, humble. Is hard work, especially if you are trying to finish high school at the same time. While the other new kids are sleeping, 11th grader Joey McIntyre is busy hitting the books. Poor Joey. I say poor Joey. He went on to do Broadway and all this stuff, and they've had 2 reunion tours. He's made tons of money. They run a cruise every year that he's on. They've got a Vegas show. He's rolling in money. He's doing fine. All right, we had two more show of toys. The first was Joey Nailz, who wants me to open one of these Disney Best Buddy Micro Pops. We're going to do that real quick because we got to get back to finishing the Joey Nailz figure. All right, I'm opening it slowly so I don't lose anything here. Okay. So these are little suction cup guys. We have one of these out in our car. That's the little characters from It's a Small World. This one, little suction cup, and on top, that is Piglet from Winnie the Pooh. Piglet. It's gonna.
I think you can get those at the bank.
Well, sure, you can get anything at the bank.
Money can be exchanged
but
for
I
goods and
swear
services.
that it was a big or at the very least My grandmother would always get like those little things like from the bank.
Oh, the little toys. Yeah. There'd be almost like when you go to like the dentist and they have the little
Things.
they'd have the little bucket of toys and you get to take one. And then because Adam and X67 also popped a show a toy. Yeah, Adam and X67, I am also a Usagi Yojimbo guy. We got one more of these best buddies I'm going to pop open. All right, let's see. What do we got? Oh, to go with Piglet. Come on. Winnie the Pooh. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's going to go on the dashboard in my truck. That way everyone knows I'm tough and you can't mess with me.
Yep. You don't mess with the guy who drives what is your truck again?
1981 Volkswagen Rabbit pickup.
Yeah, you don't mess with the guy who drives a Volkswagen Rabbit and has Winnie the Pooh on his dash.
Hey, Winnie the Pooh walked around in a shirt and no pants. That's a guy you don't mess with.
Just like you showing up to shows.
Yep, just like me showing up to shows, Donald ducking it everywhere. Shirt and no pants.
Yeah, it's really become a problem.
No one's talked to me about it. You know why? Because I'm untouchable, too talented, too good. No one's going to say a word.
Yeah,
They walk on eggshells around me because I'm an important man.
Yeah, Perry Vonfish is top of the card.
All right, let's get back to the. Hey, some places I'm top of the card. Some places I'm not booked. All right, getting back here, we're gonna give you your little emo swoop that comes out of the hair, comes out of the hat here.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you calling it an emo swoop, by the way.
Well, I was trying to think. I was like, what would I call that look? And like, I don't know. It looks like the emo swoop. Which is good. It's a nice way to let people know that you're not wearing a hat because you're bald. You're wearing a hat because you want to wear a hat. People got to know the reasons for hats, otherwise they get suspicious. Nothing wrong with being bald, but
if there isn't a sports team on it, they start asking too many questions.
That's right. Emo swoop listening to Bad Religion. Bad Religion is not emo. They were called shame curtains.
Shame curtains.
That's great. Let's see. 84.
I would not call Bad Religion emo. I'm sorry. I can't.
Bad Religion is like power pop punk. They were pop punk before pop punk was a known genre. Well, I mean, okay, so this like revisionist history where everyone on TikTok has decided that Linkin Park was an emo band. Like, come on. We're not an emo band. They were a rap metal band. Like, that's like.
I see, because I think my girlfriend might be in the chat, and I need her to pipe up on this.
How old is your girlfriend?
23.
So at the height of emo, she would have been barely standing.
Yes, but she also very much is into emo music. Or it's what like I gotta see what her.
I bet she would agree with me. I bet she would agree. She seems like a cultured young lady.
She is.
I presume. We haven't talked that much, but she seems lovely.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, hey, look at that. Hello, Pure Frog. They were adopted into emo culture, even though they are not an emo band. Yes, that's correct. I believe. I hate to say it this way, but I believe they were adopted into emo culture after the lead singer, unalived himself. I think that was sort of when they were sort of like co-opted into the world of emo.
Unalive is badass.
This is how I should have done the ear on my own figure. I should have just done it like this. Instead, I did some wonky, like this. Yeah, look at that. That looks way more like an ear than what I did on my own figure. On my own figure, I used some weird shape from Tinkercad and then tried to sculpt it. This was way better. just drawing it in so it actually looks like a damn ear. So angry now. If only there were a way for me to go back and fix it. Nah, I ain't gonna fix it. It's a tiny little minifig. What's the point?
Yep. Don't worry, Perry. Nobody looks at the details you put into your work.
Ah, I do. Oh God.
Yep.
All coming back.
Yep.
And it's all terrible.
That's what we call a callback, folks.
That's how we do it in the business. That's professionals. Professional show business people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't like how any of that worked. Take that all back there. Smaller. Zoom in a bunch. Right. I do need this brought out more, but I don't want the rest of the head brought out with it. You know, awful lot of work. Something that's going to be about 1 inch tall.
Yep.
That's okay. If I learned anything from selling these figures on Saturday at Blitzkrieg, that the people love them. People went nuts for them. I sold a bunch. And that was after, look, I'm just gonna look, I'll be honest, we're all friends here and no one else is gonna watch this stream. Sold a bunch of them even though I had a stinker of a match. Worst match I've had in years.
What happened? If I'm not trying to make you go into it. I'm curious.
I won't place blame on myself or my opponent. Instead, I will say there was a lack of meshing going on, not great chemistry, and a match that was only 5 minutes long, so not much that happened in that match. In a 5-minute match, there were, I have to count for a second. 1. There was at least 3 major botches, including essentially what was more or less the finish. There wasn't really a finish to the match. Azure attacks me at the end, and that brings on a no contest ruling.
Yep.
But yeah, it was kind of, just did not go well, and I was not happy.
Okay. By the way, I want to say Azure. I want to see him more places.
Dude, Azure rules. He's another one that, like, he gets it. He's doing a character. He knows what he's doing, but he can also deliver, like, moment to moment in the ring. Just and a freaking sweetheart, an absolute sweetheart, like one of the nicest people.
Yeah. You know, I remember, because I think because he'd like just started with like the new character when I started going to Creative Pro with Sydney, and like, I mean, I had known about the Even Stevens and stuff. Like, I was aware of them, but not enough to like really say that like I watched a bunch of their stuff.
Yeah.
But I much prefer the Azure thing to the Even Stevens thing.
Yeah, and like I'm lucky enough to have worked with him in both capacities, like when he was Even Stevens and now. So like I had experience with both, and I really enjoyed it in both directions. I've really enjoyed working with him. He and I have great chemistry, just like natural chemistry, which my opponent over the weekend and I did not, and kind of have not. Like we've worked together before, and I've never really felt like we meshed a whole lot. And then to add on top of it, my allergies and whatever this cold was that I had this week were obviously hitting me already, which did not help matters. So like, I'm sure that I was probably more winded than I would normally be. The allergies were definitely getting me. I felt like my lungs were on fire after that match. Which at the time I just thought, I was like, oh my God, I've fallen out of shape. Oh no. And now I'm like, oh, okay. I was sick and allergies. which makes sense because I'd wrestled like the week before and had been fine in a way longer, way more intense match. So, way the heck up. I'm just gonna bring the sides of your head in here a little bit so that you look a little bit less like a Mr. Potato Head toy.
Yay.
He's in. Because like, you know, like you're not a chiseled, jacked young man, but you're also not like jowly the way this oval would portray.
Yeah.
Like there's a certain shape that this thing is trying to put onto you that is not fair.
Yeah, it's come on.
But that's, you know, that's starting with vague shapes and then working into it later, you know, where this is part of the refinement process. It's taking it from, you know, it starts off like a little kid drawing, you know, where you ask someone to draw a head and they draw a circle, and then their body, they draw a stick coming out from under it. We started there, and now we're refining and finding a way to make you look like a person.
Yay.
You know what? We're going to do that in real life one day. Make you look like a person.
Yeah, I know. I'm just a little freak.
Yeah. What person will make you look like that? We'll figure that out later. Could be anybody.
Yeah.
Be like, already that looks looks way better already.
Yeah.
We gotta bring this part in a little bit so that you look a little bit less like some kind of, again, like some kind of mistaken circus freak thing.
Yeah.
There we go. And circus freaks, which I say that as a term of endearment, not as a put down term. And they were so sick. You ever see the movie Freaks? Classic old horror movie?
No, I have not.
So when I say classic old horror movie, I mean like barely at the point where they had sound and films. And it was literally filmed with people who worked as what at the time were referred to as circus freaks.
1932?
Yeah. It's wicked cool, like very interesting to see. And like some of the performers who were featured in that, Todd Browning's. Pure Frog is gonna fix it. Pure Frog's gonna make you watch Freaks. It's great. It's really interesting, and it gives you a bit of really interesting punk rock. Yeah. It gives you a bit of a punk rock background because you know the band the Ramones, famously Blitzkrieg Bop, all that. One of their biggest hits is a song called Pinhead, named for the freak act, the Pinhead. It starts with the same chant that the Freaks chant in the film. Gabba Gabba, we accept you, one of us. And it keeps going like that. That's how the Ramones song starts. So like, you get a little bit of like punk rock history out of it too. All right, let's see. And you just got like short hair that kind of comes down to like just above the neck, right? You got like regular old, not like buzz cut, but like you just got kind of short hair, right?
Yeah. Like it goes down to just a little bit below the neck.
Cool. See, and it looks like come down.
By the way, I refuse to catch any sort of strays for not watching a 1932 film. I just want to point out.
What? You weren't there on release night?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I was busy. I was busy with girls.
Were you?
No.
Yeah. You were busy with girl, singular.
Yeah.
And that's fine. A fine thing to be busy with.
It's classic. Well, I want to point out, by the way, my girlfriend was a film major, so that is, I refuse to. Oh, my
hero Robotic was my hero Robotic was a film major. He was actually an English major, but he might as well have been a film major. I think he might have minored in film. Robotic, you're in the chat. Tell us what's the deal with your degree? Why don't I remember it? Is it because it was 20 years ago? Jesus Christ. Just felt myself turn to dust for a second. No. Well, Joey Nailz, this is the thing. Time only moves in one direction. And it is undefeated. Yeah, I got a film certificate and an English degree. That's okay. I thought so. Yeah, Joey Nailz, in terms of like people being old or being young, here's what you need to know. Time moves in one direction, and it moves for all of us at exactly the same rate. And one day, you too will be old. Nothing wrong with that.
Not never gonna happen.
Well, the alternative isn't great. I'm going to be honest with you.
Well,
No.
wait, what?
Yeah. Well, what's the alternative to not getting any older? Not like it's not like a Neverland situation. I'll be,
What do you mean?
Well. Listen, this mortal coil is a complicated place full of a lot of pitfalls, and if you fall victim to one of them, you cease to age. But you also cease to do anything else.
Let's see what times the streak progresses from a cause to effect.
Yeah, the older you get, the faster time goes, so watch out for that. It'll get you.
I just really like the idea of like somebody like calling into stream and learning about their own mortality just for the first time.
That's what we do here.
Yeah.
This is it's an internet stream where we play video games, we make toys, and we talk about death.
Yep, the cosmos.
Yeah, exactly. We talk about the cosmos.
Yeah.
Look, you got to learn sometime that you won't live forever, and it might as well be here, a safe space full of people who were kind of friends but kind of strangers via the internet.
Yep.
I mean, you tell me one better place for that.
Yeah.
That hair came out great. Look at that. That cartoony
I'm
hair.
really liking it.
Now, I'm taking issue with the face now. I think that you look like a French gingerbread man, and I think I need to alter what I'm doing here. I don't know if I need to start over on it entirely or what, but it might be the smirk, but that's so muscle figure coded that I kind of like the smirk.
Oh yeah, no, I like the smirk. Let me real quick. Let me just look at images of muscle figures. I almost feel like the
indents aren't so bad. I was worried about them because they're a little beady eyed, but I think my biggest issue is when they print, will they come out clean?
I will say with the eyes, I don't know if they actually. I feel like they're more bulbs than they are hollow.
We can
at
fix
least
that.
at least on the actual figures that I'm looking at real quick. And that's a robot. That's not helpful.
Let's see. Typing Kinkeshi face. So it definitely depends on which type of figure. And let me pull my Google search onto the screen and show you what I'm looking at. So there's like this one, where those are definitely more bulbs. They sort of did the outline for it more than anything.
Yep.
But then there's ones like this guy where the eyes are definitely indents. And I think this guy, they're indents as well. So it kind of goes back and forth between the figures. Even with the modern, kind of weird takes, this person did, this toy designer did a sort of half of each Road Warrior. They're just indents. Someday I'm going to buy these. These things are super expensive and hard to get. But look, Brody, Flair, Hogan, the Road Warriors, and then a whole bunch of the famous Japanese guys, Ricky Choshu. One day. All right, I can't get sidetracked with that. We got to stay on your figure here.
Production must not cease.
That's right. A Day Without Darkness says the figure's coming out very cute. I agree. I think this figure's coming out freaking fantastic. Yeah, let's pan back and get a look from a distance. Are there any distinct Joey Nailz facial features we think it needs? Does the mustache need to be thicker? Because I know you don't have a terribly thick mustache. do we think that's part of the issue? Does the mustache need to be reshaped?
I don't know, because like I mean like again because I'm well aware this is basically kind of a cartoonish figure,
Yeah.
so like I'm not like looking at it through like it needs to be accurate, like
Right.
as
Right.
in like detail wise,
Yeah.
as long as the shapes are there, you know.
Your frog says it should be flatter. The mustache should be flatter. So
No, but then it won't show up on the figure.
right. This is the thing is once let me think. I think I have some here so that we get an idea of the scale issue. Yeah, I got a whole pile of figures here. So the Perry's all white. I kind of see it. Let's see. This is why I need that new camera, but folks, we gotta let's give on the bit skull because this won't focus. But all the little details on the face, I had to make the mustache on Perry stick out like crazy for it to be visible because it's so small. Again, like fingernail for scale. Like, so think of your fingernail. That's the face is like a little smaller than the fingernail. That mustache has to be really like present to show. Let's see. Maybe one of these will show it a bit more. Yeah. When you look at the mouth on this guy, like it's so huge and it's so like deep into the head. And that was just so it would show. I know his mustache is very flat. That's okay. It'll get thicker. Mine, right now I've trimmed everything down. My mustache is pretty flat and it's pretty well grown in. You know, I don't know. I think that's just how it lays for some of us.
Yeah.
Ooh. Robotics throwing the Joey Nailz name thing into the Discord. Let's see what he cooked up.
Let's see.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I'm seeing the stuff you dropped in of your gear design. That's cool.
Oh yeah, that was the green stuff that I wore at the when I wrestled aggro.
That was a fun match. I really enjoyed that.
That by far.
You can tell I enjoyed it because it was only recently that Johnny Torres reminded me that I did commentary for that match. I forgot I did commentary for that match.
Oh my goodness.
Just completely forgot that happened. Like that.
You know, because
yeah. I was like an active participant in part of it.
Yeah.
Just completely forgot.
No, like by far my favorite like performance that I've like actual like oh my god, what is it? Yo, what? What?
Oh, we got video.
This is awesome. What is this?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
Check that out. Okay, hang on.
This is awesome.
Dragging that into frame here. This is what Herobotic's been working on for Joey Nailz.
Did I ask for this? So sorry, I because when you talked about it, it was like something that we talked about, and I was like, I don't. Did I?
Oh, that's so sick. Yeah, I'm gonna set some sounds to that and figure out something as a bit alert that we're gonna use that. I think that's great. Very basic discussion last week. Yeah, I think I remember there being a discussion where it was like, yeah, I'm making something for Joey Nailz.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I maybe didn't know what.
About, like, oh, okay, all right. I okay, because I just like if I had asked him and I just forgot, I was gonna feel really bad if it was like, dude, you commissioned me for this.
All right, I'm gonna see. I think maybe I need to knock the eyebrows down and see what happens.
Awesome. I just got a message. I'm going to be picking up ODB for the show Friday.
Ah, cool. I was on some shows with her out in California back when she used to come around for you know how there's big time wrestling out here?
Yep.
Well, they have one in California as well, and it's sort of the same thing where they use a lot of names. And that was where
Yep.
I trained with like Bailey and all them.
Yep.
And yeah, so they would bring ODB in once in a while. It was cool, nice enough. We didn't interact much because she would talk to the girl wrestlers and kind of be doing her own thing, but always seemed nice enough. Girls always liked her, so
Nice.
and that was tough at the time because girl wrestlers in California were very good, so they often just didn't like anyone who came around because whoever came around would tell them that they weren't very good and they didn't like it.
What?
Yeah, Hirobotic came to a few of the big time shows out there to see me. Also came to some of the all pro wrestling shows to see me. Like made it to a few. It was the history with Hirobotic is crazy. We went to college together in UMass, and then I left for California, and shortly thereafter, he and his wife moved out to California. So he is, I believe, other than Levi Shapiro and my wife, and my cousin Adam, I think, who also lived in California with us. Other than those three, I believe he and his wife are some of the only people who've seen me wrestle on both coasts.
That's awesome. Also, I just want to ask here, like, do I have permission to like use that for stuff? Like, I'm not going to like monetize it in any way, but just like for whether it be posts or highlight reel type stuff.
Absolutely, go ahead, tell your friend.
Okay, I most definitely will.
Yeah, I had a feel like I've known Hirobotic a long time, and in my experience, he doesn't charge people when he should. Never charged me for any of his video work, and he's done tons of it for me. Okay, I think we're getting closer now. I might try to redo the eyes and see like if we want to be like, screw it, maybe they're bulbs now. I don't know. Oh yeah, took
Honestly,
an hour tops, he says. Yes, go ahead, caller.
I was gonna say for the eyes, if you could I kind of liked it was for the it was one of the figures you showed me. I think it was Kinnikuman himself or something, but like the way it kind of had like I say the bulbs, but like the indent around the bulbs, if that makes sense.
This sort of look here.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we can make that happen. Plate.
Also, I want I want to let Hirobotic know I'm actually showing that right now to Randy Carver of Limitless Wrestling, just because that's just so cool.
Randy's been getting closer and closer to needing like permanent Tron videos too, so
Yep.
not a bad person to have notice your work. Okay. Now we're pretty close. Now you just look like you're blinking. Stick about there. We don't want them to be too sticky outy. Now our sharp draw, we'll zoom way in. We'll start going around the outer edge here. Find our line. Remember, all these weird little nubbins and stuff are all going to disappear because at the time it's printed in full size, that stuff will not be around anymore.
Randy said he loves it, so
Hell yeah.
my job eventually realizes they don't need me.
Oh yeah, my job eventually realizes they don't need me. I'm going to need to get by on selling video packages to workers. Yeah, we've all been there.
That's one thing I will say, that if you like charge a reasonable price, almost all wrestlers, including like myself, are are deep down incredibly narcissistic. So if you're just like, hey, I'll put your
And
face
how?
in a thing.
And how? Narcissistic only sort of begins to cover it.
Yeah, I don't.
Egomaniacs.
Yep.
Self-obsessed. Yeah, that's us.
Yep. I mean, heck, I come into the stream, I give bits and stuff just to have my name pop up on stuff.
I just like to read my name.
I just like reading my name.
Makes me feel special. I mean, there's a reason that I have the audacity to assume people will tune in to watch me stream.
Yep.
No. All right, we're getting closer.
I will say that's one thing that Sydney really impressed upon me that I really liked was that the real marks of wrestling are the wrestlers.
Oh yeah, big time.
We're the ones that drive way too far for small moments, and then and pay all this money for everything. Whereas the smart wrestling fans just go for the show and get to go home.
Yeah, so Sydney and I had that same conversation when I was about the same amount into wrestling that you are now. So that is not an uncommon conversation to have with him.
Yeah,
and it's a perfect description of what goes on. Yeah, we're definitely much closer now. Yeah, redo that second eyebrow. You do both of them here. There we go.
Yeah, the interest rate for paying for all the karaoke. So thank you, Herobotic. I appreciate it.
What is it? What did he say?
He said the intro did for me is repayment for all the karaoke's.
Yeah. You know, everyone's always psyched when you pop a karaoke. It's a popular gag. I'm looking forward to when I do the all-day live stream. I think the deal is at some point during the stream, there's going to be a segment that is just planned karaoke. Like from this time to this time, I'm doing karaoke. But the deal is going to be if anyone wants to pick a song, I'm going to set a minimum bit amount. And if they give that amount, they get to pick a song.
Nice.
And of course, you know, there's got to be some caveats with that. Like, you know, if I don't know the song at all, very little I can do with it.
Yeah.
So, you know, if they pick one and I'm like, yeah, I don't know what that is, they'll have to pick another one. All right, let's see. Got a little grabber tool. Bring this ear down a bit. Down and back a bit. Just to match the other side. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. All right. So again, noting that all the little crumbles in the eyes will be invisible because by the time this prints, those are like 0.5 millimeter. I'm thinking we're just about there. I would put nails on the back here, but there's stuff over it. Now, is the nails on your singlet or it's on your pants?
The nails is on my pants.
Because we could put nails right here if you wanted. Because down here on the pants, we've got the suspenders over it, so it's not going to make a ton of sense there.
Yeah, honestly, I am more than happy. Actually, honestly, could you put nails on the back of the singlet?
Yeah.
Just for the sake of kind of, yeah.
Yeah, and I think we'll do it. Looking at the style, let me see if I still have the picture pulled up. Of course I don't. But looking at the style on the muscle figures, I think the way to do it is on mine. I did it where it was coming out, It was like what the hair is, where it's sort of a protrusion. I think that's the wrong move.
Yep.
I think the right move is to do it as an indentation, so it looks like it was carved in, because that's sort of how they did it on these figures.
All right. Yep.
And it definitely won't show on camera because it's too little. But like on this Dr. Cube that Kaiju Big Battle did, you definitely can't see it. But on his back, there's the Cube logo, and it's all done as like an inscription. It's like carved in. Okay. I think that's the way to do it. All right. Dropping stuff all over the place. Okay, hang on. Let's see. When Perry least expects it, I'm gonna pop the karaoke and I'm gonna make him sing the DuckTales theme. Yo, hell! And not only will I sing the DuckTales theme, oh, should I spoil it? There's a different version I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll make it a surprise. Nikamine says, "What's the cost on going in blind?" So the deal when I do the karaoke that day is I'm just gonna be doing it no matter what. I will be picking tracks and singing it. If you mean like you don't get to pick the song, that's already happening. I'll just be doing it during that period. If you mean what's the cost for you to pop one and I have to do it no matter what, whether I know the song, I don't know. I have to think about it. Yeah, I got to think about that. Almost finished all my tea. All right. Yeah, let's put Nailz on here. Nailz with a Z.
Yes, sir.
That's nice. That means the I is dead in the middle. I like that. Like I can pick and you have to try your best. Yeah, we would make it expensive, but I think we would make it pretty doable. I'm gonna, on the day of that big stream, I'm gonna set like a lofty bit goal and a lofty sub goal, in the hopes that we hit both that day. The good news is, in my back pocket, ready to go, which has given me the 5 subs for 35% off. So I have that and set it up anytime. And I probably will for at least one stream early next week to get us started. And then on the day of the all day stream, I'm going to have it there the whole day. So that'll help. That'll help. And I think we're also going to do the deal that day is anytime we hit a level 3 hype train during the day, I'll do a Perry lore drop on the spot. So we can sort of keep those rolling throughout the day. Like I'm gonna figure out all the structure of everything and put it in the Discord for sure. Right now I sort of have like a Google Doc where I've been working on like, oh, what do I want to do with this thing? And just kind of like piecing it together in my mind. All right. Let's that's too big. We gotta make this stronger, and I can already tell we need to subdivide this whole back. So we're gonna have to switch over into the edit mode. Oh, I was worried about time and I just looked. What a relief. What a relief. We got like 15 more. Yeah, look at, you can see how like some areas get this fine mesh where you can make things real smooth. And then look at this. Look at that. Can't do nothing with that. All right, let's pick where our text is going to go here. Sure, it picks everything. Ah, perfect. All right, now we are going to subdivide the crap out of that. We need way more surfaces than that. We need, yeah, more than that. Jeez. We want this legible. Joey Nailz, are you booked on May 16th? Are you wrestling somewhere that day?
I am not, no.
You're just going to be hanging out on the stream then.
Yep, yeah, no, I already told you I plan on tuning in at the very least because I was promised airtime.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna have Joey Nailz on for a bit. Might have Hirobotic on for a bit too. Ah, nice. Look at that. That's going to be nice and smooth. Ah, I should subdivide like crazy on everything. All right.
Your computer's going to explode.
Yeah, well, what a way to go though. Finishing the Joey Nailz figure.
Yeah, less.
That's the dream.
Yep.
Well, you know, I had this nice computer and I used to stream all the time, and then it died making a Joey Nailz figure, and now I don't do anything.
I don't do anything. I
don't do anything, and it's great.
It's great. I saved Perry from himself.
I mean, I've been saying for a couple years now, the thing that's made me have the most fun in wrestling is when I hit the point where I realized, man, the moment I'm done wrestling, my life's going to become way easier.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't feel like I need to have any like self-preservation. Like, I can just go all in and have a great time, because if the injury finally comes that removes me from wrestling, my life just gets easier. I'll tell you who hates that joke. Delmy. She hates when I say that.
I'm certain she does.
But she doesn't realize it is not a joke. You kidding? When the time comes where all I'm going to do is just make my own toys and just hang out at home and... Oh, good. Good. Herobotic will be available. That's important. I was gonna have him hop on for something. Yeah, I when the time comes where I just play with toys, hang out with the cats. I can watch movies once in a while. Like, the luxury. Every conversation I have with my brother, he asks me, "Hey, have you seen insert something here?" And I'm like, "No. Haven't you ever seen anything?" I'm busy. I'm streaming all the time. Kid. Yeah, I'm streaming. I'm traveling. I'm doing all kinds of, yeah. See, look at that. That looks great. And that's going to be super visible when it prints. Oh, I am happy with this. I am very happy with that. We're, every one of these that we do, it's going to get a little bit better every time. Yeah. You did want it with the Z still, yeah?
Yes, Z. The
Z. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think it's at least ready. I feel like the nose needs to be more visible. Let me get a look at what mine looks like. I just want to make sure that I'm not like, oh, we have to redesign the whole thing. Yeah, I think the nose has to come out more. Otherwise, it's just going to disappear into the print. I think really kind of everything but the mustache needs to come out more. I think the mustache might be visible enough. Inflate. Just go with that. Kind of do like a broad inflate. Yikes. Something weird about that. Here's the problem. When you draw a nose in a very cartoony style like this, it always looks a little bit like a dong and two balls. Just not really a way around it.
Yep.
I did my best. Now I'm looking and I'm seeing like, these are not really even, these two eyes. This one has a way bigger thing around. I mean, not that, again, once it's back here and it's like the size it'll be, like that is indistinguishable. All you see is like, wow, there's a face there. And to most people, that's really impressive.
Yep. Tomorrow morning, Spider-Man, page 1 with a decent picture this time. Move Conway to page 7.
There's a problem with page 7.
And make it page 8 and give him 10% off. Okay. Make it 5%.
Make it 5%.
That can't be done.
Get out of here.
Problem is, we don't have a decent picture. Eddie's been on it for weeks. We can barely get a glimpse of him.
Oh, what is he, shy? If we can get a picture of Julia Roberts in a thong, we can certainly get a picture of this weirdo. Put an ad on the front page. Cash money for a picture of Spider-Man. He doesn't want to be famous, and I'll make him infamous.
Just do an upside down U. N. Or U. Wait, what are we talking about? All right, let's see. I want to... Oh, we're talking about the shape of a nose. I was like, what is Nika Beans telling me to fix? Because J. Jonah Jameson went off and then I forgot everything. I actually think this is, we need, you know what? That's what it is. Right there needs to be, this needs to come out more. Like, not quite that. Like there. Oh, no. We're getting closer. That's what we needed. Now it looks like a damn nose. And again, when we're panned out to where it needs to be, now you can actually see a nose on the face as opposed to like a little bump. And really, I think the thing that sells this figure more than anything is the hat, the mustache, and the pose, I think are like the defining traits of this figure.
Yep.
And like, you know what, the suspenders on the pants, especially when you think of it in terms of like, you know, when it's way back to like here.
Yep.
And that nails is really going to show. That's going to be nice. Oh, I'm going to have to go back and add that to all the minifigs. Like, I think everyone needs their name on the back like that, because all the muscle figures have like an inscription on the back that kind of looks like that. You're the first one to get that correct on the figure. You're the first figure to have that correct.
Yep. I mean, I do it right, you know.
You're just doing your best. All right, Joey Nailz, what do you think? Does this look like it's ready for a test printing? Is there anything you would change from what you're seeing? Any glaring issues?
Honestly, no. I can't think of anything else that would. And Perry, I really think we have
Another winner!
We did it. Another winner. Another winner.
He's jealous of that.
That's right. Joey Nailz, little Joey Bacabella knows when there's another winner.
Tell me when I'm telling lies!
All right. Before I do anything else, I'm going to go ahead and hit the save button on this, because if I had to redo all of that, I would do it off stream because it would go about 3 times as fast. I would be very annoying.
Yep.
All right. Well, in that case, I think we're about wrapping up here, and I will run a test.
Are you not going to work on?
Say it again.
Luau Perry.
I think
I'm going to work on Luau Perry.
Yeah, I think I'm not going to have the time for it because I only have about 8 minutes left to what I normally try to do for the stream here. So I will start that another time if I can. Might sneak in an extra stream on the weekend. It's a little bit tough. My Fridays and Sundays are heavily impacted, and Saturday I will be at Rad Pro Wrestling. I haven't plugged that once all stream. Oh my goodness. I will be at Rad Pro Wrestling this Saturday in Amesbury alongside Johnny Torres and alongside Troy Nelson and a whole cast and crew of great fun folks. Fresh Youngman will be in action in a new team. A new team. I don't know if it's been announced, but I'm going to say it anyway because none of them watch this stream. My pals in Mount Extreme, aka the Lost Boys. Many folks know Ethan has an injury right now and he is out. So they are not on the show. Instead, I will be teaming with a tag team known as Come On, Let's Go. That's two young kids. Is kind of their gimmick. One is known as Come On, the other one is Let's Go. And the team is going to be called Come On, Let's Go, Young Man. And I, of course, being a young man, fit in great with the kids. We're taking on a team that I forget their name. They debuted last time. We would better know them as a very young, talented kid from Chaotic, whose name I don't know. And then the Shooter Boys. Huh?
Cash McGinnis?
I don't think so. I don't think
Patrick
so.
Wheatman.
Yes. He's the whatever white boy, right?
No, Cash McGinnis, White Boy of the Year.
Okay, then it's Cash McGinnis. Yeah, it's him and the Shooter Boys, aka the B3 crew, as a trio, and they are a boy band. Is their gimmick? Like they're like a 90s boy band. So I'm going to see if I can dig out my New Kids on the Block shirt to wear to the show. And I'm really looking forward to being far and away the biggest guy in the match and throwing those kids around like crazy because they are all itty bitty little dudes compared to me. And I appreciate that. Yeah, everybody, if you get the chance, don't forget to check out Adam NX67's YouTube, where he's sharing videos from their weekends at the drag races. Running the cars. I checked it out last night. Super fun. Just great. Like a lot of data thrown up. He's throwing up like their elapsed times and everything for every run. Like really like a lot of work goes into those videos. And don't forget to check out Joey Nailz. Follow him, Lil Joey Bacabella. Find him on Instagram and Twitter. And follow all of my stuff. Yeah, we're gonna call it a stream there. Yeah, I gotta set up a Joey Nailz alert. Right now, the only people with alerts I think are Torres and the Grizz crew.
Another winner!
So
Yeah,
Joey Nailz,
one more for the road.
yeah, Joey Nailz, I will let you hop off, and I'm sure we will have you on again soon, at least at some point during the all day streamathon on the Saturday the 16th. And thanks for hanging
Most
out.
definitely.
And I will send you pictures when the first test print of this is finished.
Awesome. Can't wait.
All right, take care, my friend. And to everybody else, thank you all so much for hanging out tonight. This was a great time. I think we did some really good work on Joey Nailz here. You know, it's such a funny thing. I think the thing that I'm happiest about, the thing that I'm proudest about on this figure somehow is this. This feels like the old M.U.S.C.L.E figures. They always had something inscribed on the back. I couldn't read it because it was always in Japanese, but they always had something like this there, and it's super cool. I also really like the pose on this. I like that all three of the Keshi figures I've done have like unique poses that all look the old M.U.S.C.L E figures. That's something that, like, I didn't want just figures that were small. I didn't want figures that were like reminiscent of those. I wanted ones that look like they belong in the line. And I think that's where we wound up here. So yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. Shouts out to Joey Nailz, Adam NX67, Nickabeans and Rye, Hero Botic, Day Without Darkness. It's been a blast hanging with all of you. I will be back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, with a co-stream with Johnny Torres. It's Cozy Thursdays. We'll be playing some Stardew Valley, continuing work on the Von Vicious Estate, Von Vicious Estate Farms. And yeah, I will see you all then. In the meantime, we should, let's see, let me just check if there's anybody we should raid on the way out the door here. There's not always someone that we really want to raid. So let's just see who's on. Okay, yeah, we're gonna raid the Mega 64 boys. Garrett Hunter, aka Strife. He wrestles in the San Diego area. He is on playing some Sonic the Hedgehog. And who doesn't love that, right? So we're gonna raid the Mega 64 crew. When you get there, throw some of my emotes, say hi, give them a follow, and hang out and enjoy the stream. And I will see you all tomorrow, 7 o'clock for the co-stream with Johnny Torres. Take care, my friends.